Hi guys, what a gorgeous day today is, and it's a change for Scotland, honestly. It's still a bit fresh out here, but certainly better than the last few days. So today I bought some potatoes, so I'm going to actually plant them, so that's what I'm doing. I have chitted them, or should I say it came chitted. I bought it from, where did I buy it from? I can't remember where I bought it from. It's called Iron Pilot, which is the first earlies. So as you can see, oops, look, they are kind of chitted on more than needed. I've been told by fellow volunteers that you generally plant them once. Oops, the sun's behind me there. Once it kind of sprouts for a good inch, and then you just plant it. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to plant it along there, in that wee ridge, and then also plant some in some plastic buckets and fabric buckets, fabric pots should I say. So let's adjust this. So I'm going to put it into some fabric pots. This is the one I bought from eBay, which someone's selling kindly at a reduced price. These are 30 litre pots. As you can see, these are recycled plastic, felt. It's quite tough at the moment, certainly, as it has never been used. And this is the one my niece made me. God bless her soul. She's left me even her hair. We 30 litre pots like that. These are more kind of more giveaway, and yeah, they look good. I'll see how they last. And I'll upload the video of how she made it once she sends it to me. You got that? And yeah, I'll see how it goes. See how her sewing machine technique goes. So I probably thought that when I first lift them out, when I first lift the potatoes. So I'll see how it goes. Right, this is my 30 litre pot. As you can see, I've drilled holes into it using a stepper drill. That's the kind of metal drills that's cone shaped, and it has like stairs on it if you look quite closely, or like a pyramid. And the holes that was in here was about half an inch, which is way too small for drainage purposes, so I've drilled them out to be an inch in diameter. Alright, so what I'm going to do is fill up 1, 2, 3 in each one, put compost in the base, and then also mix in it some fish blood and bone, also some potato feed in it as well. What I plan to do as well in the pots and in the trough is put in some cow manure or horse manure, so everything is equal in love and war, as they say. Right, let's get on with this. You see all that? All the geese migrating out of that there since Armageddon. Fantastic. Obviously it's getting too warm for them now, and it's time to head, I think that north. So they're probably going to Canada or something like that. Isn't that gorgeous sky? Lovely. And there's a plane flying. Lucky baskets, man. Right, back to this. I'm just going to fill up about a quarter of the way up. know, so I'd better just do this way. Now for the piece of the resistance. Pass manure. I'll sprinkle some in here as well. I need more. I need more. Stir, break it up. I'm led to believe, it's 2 potatoes per bag. And that's sufficient. The wee thing's pointing up. Do that. That's gonna, what is it? Deep. Plan B. I used to have a thing that plunges into these into the soil, but I think I burnt it. Yeah, so it's a bit, yeah. Got 2 left, so I'll just put into the 2 biggest pots. Just going to divide it, see what it produces. Right, now just fill it up. What I'm going to do is just kind of fill it up halfway for now, and then top it up once the potato starts growing up, just so they can breathe. Just flatten it down just so it's compacting the bag a bit more, especially being the felt one, which is more stretchy. Don't press it too far down because you don't want to break any of the wee little sprouts. Right, that's that done. What I'm going to do is just give this a wee water. I've been informed by the BBC weather forecast is to be dry all week, so I'll give this a good water. Oh, and as I say, Bob's your uncle, that's it done. Right. Obviously there are advantage and disadvantage in everything now. I've heard good reports that potatoes grown in pots produces better produce. So we'll wait and see how it goes. The benefit of soil is that the earth taps into all the nutrients you can find in the earth, with the microorganisms and the worms producing good nutrients for the potato plants. The fabric pots is also good, allegedly, because it lets the roots to breathe. So when the roots grow out the fabric, it dies off and new roots produces, so in turn produces a better plant, shall we say, hopefully better produce. And the plastic, well, it's plastic. Everything's contained within. It keeps some moisture in, I suppose. Yeah, that's all I can say about the plastic pots, to be honest. So I'm looking for some good things out the fabric pots, especially. So it's a good comparison. You probably saw that I had put down cardboard down the bottom. This is just so any weeds that comes up doesn't grow up the ground and into the fabric pots, especially mare's tail, which are quite prolific here. What I hope to grow in the other bed, or no grow, is these things here. These are, if I can find my bag, oops, where's my bag? Can't find it. I think they are Desiree. I think they're Desiree potatoes. Now, as you can see there, they've got about 10 millimeters, sorry. And you're meant to allow about up to about a good inch, that much, before you plant it out. Now, there are pros and cons to chitting a potato, and all that basically means is it gives them a head start in the soil. If you're warming up and the soil is warming up, they will grow quite quickly. Whereas if you don't chit them, when it goes in the ground, especially when the ground's cold, it takes a bit longer for them to start, and obviously takes a while for them to come up the ground as well. So you have a later harvest, shall we say. So yeah. Right, just going to transplant these choy some now. It's a very small pot with tiny holes in the behind. It's actually smaller than I thought, but hey, and it pushes up with a screw, comes up, and I planted like 3 per each cell. I'm just going to plant these in the makeshift polytunnel. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll push them all up. Done! Look at that! It was actually sitting at 30 degrees when I first came by after work. It's a mad rush getting here now, since I'm now back to work. having to come home, change. I had to go and see my parents, so it is now 5:30. I've got about half an hour to do some things, so the plan is tomorrow I'll do a bit more. But at the moment, since the ground's heating up nicely, I'm going to sow some carrots. I'm going to sow, I don't have a picture of them, it's the white carrots, and I am going to also sow the purple haze. Nice gorgeous carrots. Never grown these before, it was the first time, but the white ones are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I use it in my curry, Japanese and Chinese style, and absolutely lovely. That's what I'm doing. So well, it's still light, as you can see through the polytunnel. The light is probably got about an hour's left, but like I said, I need to do this, then go home and make dinner. So I'll plough on. Let's get on. I'm just going to obviously sow into my carrot bed, which I saw in the previous video, a previous clip. That's where I prepped the bed. I'm just going to squish that down. Bit of weed. That's it. Nice wee rows, straight up, parallel. Right, down. Although it is kind of damp, as you can see, but we expect some dry weather for the next 4 days at least, so I don't want it drying out. So you can see today it's Luna White, and I grew this last year. I grew one row, in fact I grew 2 rows in succession, one row after another, like 2 weeks between, but the second row didn't germinate as well, so it's probably because it's been pretty dry then. So this is what I'll do. Right, what I'm doing here is I am, like every 3 inches or so, sprinkle about 3 or 4 seeds. And the key here is trying to remember where you place the seeds, especially when your hands kind of run out and you have to dip into the packet. You end up sometimes having double amount in every half a metre. So once you've done that, I will now sprinkle a wee layer of soil on top of the seeds, not too much, and as the seeds when they germinate are quite fragile and they need to push up, so as you can see here it's just a dusting of the compost on top of that. What I'm going to do now is put a plastic cover over this. Now, the reason I do this is obviously, first of all, is to maintain the moisture underneath the plastic. Carrots needs constant moisture to germinate. If it dries out, it dies away quite quickly. So by putting a polythene top, it retains the moisture, and then what we'll then do is put a plank of wood on top of it and weight it down. Again, this keeps the moisture in. Right, that should do it for now, and what I'll do is I'll remove that about 5-6 days time, probably Sunday. I'll hopefully allow hopefully seeds were germinated and let the carrots grow. You may ask why I didn't do the same method as I did before for the other carrots. The reason is Scottish weather is unpredictable. However, this whole week is to be really nice, and if this weather continues on, that'll heat the ground. The soil's already heated up, so that is fine. I'm just going to step on it actually, just to give it a better contact between the seeds and the soil, hopefully. So that's that, I'm done. Don't really have time for anything else, unfortunately. So I'll come back tomorrow, do nice again. Got a couple of things to do in terms of plant some young germinations out. So I'll continue on. Isn't that sun gorgeous? It's really, really nice. It's a change for Scotland, honestly. It's another gorgeous day here, which is unusual for Scotland. Still a bit nippy at night time though, but that's lovely. Polytunnel is sitting at a whopping 36 degrees. So what I'm going to do today, it's now Thursday, is plant out my mooli in the raised bed box, which I've located down there. Before I start, just a funny story. I was working, and if you had watched my previous videos, I had an emergency job done on my middle molar up there, and the dentist said come back in 3 weeks time, so I said no problem. So on Tuesday there I went to work, and on Tuesday there I told my work I'm going to the dentist, so that's fair enough. I went to the dentist, knocked at the door, says I made an appointment for 2:15. Alright, okay, have a wee seat, sanitise your hands. So I sanitise my hands, so I have a wee seat. So I sat down and started going onto my phone just to browse until I get called, and the dentist says, I've got some bad news for you. He says, what is it? He says, it's not till Thursday, i.e. today. I went, oh, okay. So that's me all hyped up to get my tooth done. So went back today obviously and got it done. Oh my god, 50 minutes lying back, jaws open for 50 whole minutes. And you know that sensation there, you go, I just want to move, I've got jaw locking, I've got neck sore, and you're all tensed up, and you just, come on, get it done, Biff. But oh my god, that was the longest 50 minutes ever, I think. And that wasn't even going back to a molar, it was the other side which needed it done. So to go back in this 3 weeks time to get that one sorted now, oh my god. You know how much it's going to cost me? 250 bricks! 250 bricks! But anyway, need to get done. All my tooth saved. So back to what I'm doing. So I'm just going to plant these moolies in the box down there. These are my mooli. It's done quite well in the polytunnel. It's starting to come out the roots now at the bottom. I fed it yesterday, so it's had time to absorb it. And this is the raised bed I built. If you don't know how I did the building of this, you can check out my last few videos. I basically scotched the wood and then paint it with linseed oil. I've pre-soaked the ground, and what I'm going to do now is just draw straight lines. That's too long. Because the mooli is about probably that thickness, I just want to take it there. Gives me indentation. Straight lines. It's all about the lines. Something's gone wrong because that's thicker than that end. Oh well. Right, once that's done, just going to use a square thing. Just like give it a twist. Strongest of them all. You a wee stick, push them up, like so. See the roots are all bound round it. mooli starting to form there. See that bit there? That's where the start of it will form. The question is, do I have two? There you have it. Nice wee moolies. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dozen and a half left. They're quite small, so I might plant them in wee pots and see how it goes. Just going to water them again just to bed in the soil around them. And that's it for now. Today's the 8th day. I've just checked underneath my carrot bed and the seeds hasn't sprouted yet. So what I'm going to do is check every day or two and make sure that the seedlings hasn't germinated and I left a plank in there. So I should germinate, hopefully, fingers crossed, at least within the next 5-6 days. So I'll check regularly, and once that's done I'll remove it. What I did recently find out was carrots don't like extreme heat above anything, what was it again, 21, 22 degrees centigrade, and doesn't germinate if it's below 4 degrees. So if it's too hot it doesn't grow, if it's too cold it doesn't germinate, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yes, I'll be checking it every day or two to make sure that everything's okay. And so that's the end of the log for the week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good day, stay safe, keep hair growing. It's going a bit too long now. So see you later guys, take care, bye for now.